Nation building is a two-way street. As the saying goes, it takes two to tango, and that's why partnerships are important when it comes to the commitment of improving the quality of national life. And to better fulfill the commitment to a better future, the private sector contributes to economic development through the implementation of corporate social responsibility programs under their corporate foundations. Those in turn provide life-changing opportunities. Good evening, I'm Sean Yao, and this is Business Matters, where doing good is good business. Corporate social responsibility, or CSR, has been a fundamental practice among businesses around the world. Through CSR programs and initiatives, private sector incorporates a philanthropic, sustainable, and inclusive business model that can contribute to economic growth while improving the quality of life. To effectively bridge corporate citizenship into concrete programs, companies establish their own corporate foundations to fulfill their commitment to social development.
The government cannot do everything. The business sector at the same time cannot do everything. It's a matter of supplementing what the government lacks of and what the business sector can ask from government. So it's a win-win situation. So there's so many things that the companies have to focus on. And we have to be aware of the changing times. We have to be adept on what is happening.
Education is always a starting point towards a better future. This not only lifts families from poverty, but also empowers people, unlocking limitless opportunities that enables them to contribute to society, recognizing the scale of impact of education in nation building. The country's largest and most diversified company has made it their commitment to provide scholarship grants to qualified beneficiaries.
We Scout for Scholars. We call it Community Scholarship Program. We start with our neighboring communities. We talk with the barangay council, and then we would have a screening committee composed of somebody from San Miguel Foundation, a representative from the sponsoring business, and from the school. With our partner schools, we focus on state universities and colleges.
One component of the company's education program is to provide scholarship grants to fifth-year engineering students. After the application process, qualified engineering students are then eased of the burden of paying tuition fees and other school fees. Scholars are also given a monthly stipend for books and allowance. The company also shoulders all fees needed for the Engineering Board licensure exam, including review fees, PRC fees, allowances, and lodging.
We focus on the fifth-year students because we're sure that the scholar is very sure of his scores. Because if we're going to get somebody first year, second year, there's a tendency that this student would still drop out. If you're on your fifth year, there's no turning back anymore. You're sure that this is the career that you're going to follow.
Earning his degree in mechanical engineering seemed like a pipe dream for Jethro Yu, a former scholar of the company. Because of financial constraints, Jethro thought he'd never be able to finish his course. Even if he were able to graduate, the road towards his dream of becoming an engineer was full of uncertainties due to his family's financial limitations.
Mama ko po kasi is plain housewife. Tapos papa ko po is nagre-repair po ng bike. Yun po yung main na trabaho niya. So kulang po yun para i-finance po yung pagre-review after graduation. Pagre-review po kasi galing po kaming probinsya. Unang-unang i-consider mo yung place na titirhan mo dito sa Manila, which is mahal nga po talaga kung dito ka titira, plus yung allowance. Tapos po, yung tuition fee sa review center plus books, yun po yung mahal dun.
Hard work and dedication has always been the mantra of Jethro when it comes to success. Instead of giving in to despair, Jethro worked his way up the challenges just to be able to help his parents ease up on the expenses for his education.
Kasi po talaga ang goal ko nun talaga, sir, is matapos ko nga po yung engineering para po magkaroon po ng trabaho na makatulong kay Papa.
And as fate would have it, Jethro was given a chance to pursue his dream after the company scouted for potential scholars in his school in Pangasinan. Seeing this golden ticket offer, Jethro gathered up all the courage he could muster and took his chance with this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yun nga po yung problema ko after ng graduation, kung paano po ako magre-review for board exam. Sakto naman po, yun po yung ino-offer ng San Miguel. Kaya po grinab ko po yung opportunity na mag-apply po dun sa scholarship po nila. Gusto ko din po kasing parang makatulong kina Papa at Mama po.
And through sheer will and determination, Jethro was granted a well-deserved scholarship. Though the 6 months of board review was as challenging as his 5 years of tertiary education, Jethro's fortitude never faltered, remaining steadfast and committed to his dream of becoming an engineer to help alleviate his family from their financial problems.
Sobrang blessed ko po nun, sir. Magkaroon na ako ng tutulong sa akin after ng review. Yun po talaga yung main goal ko, kaya ako sumali dun sa scholarship ng San Miguel. Positive po yung isip ko na kayang-kaya ko pong tapusin yun. May papasa ko yung board exam at makakatulong sa family. Yun po talaga yung nasa isip ko. Hindi ko po naisip na mag-fail po ako. Naranasan po namin yun nung sinisingil na siya ng utang, nililimas mga gamit sa bahay. Na-instill sa utak ko talaga na sobrang hirap nito, ayaw ko nang ulitin. Kaya nagtumika po ako mag-aral mabuti para po maging successful nga po talaga sa buhay.
The reason why we get them as scholars because we feel, they're very promising children and they could actually help their families.
Hardworking, diligent, and responsible, Jethro has always been groomed for success thanks to his determination in beating the arduous odds just to be able to provide a bright future for his family. According to Jethro's mentors, his excellent scholastic standing, good moral character, and leadership potential had always been a testament to Jethro's unwavering commitment.
Ay, masipag yan estudyante. Isa siya sa paborito ko noon Kasi masipag siya.
Yung batch nila responsible yung mga yan. Grabe. Malayong malayo ang batch nila. Matatalino, masisipag.
Jethro's good fortune continued, because right after passing the mechanical engineering licensure exam, he received a call from the corporation that granted him his scholarship, this time offering him a chance to be part of one of the country's biggest power companies. Finally, the culmination of his lifelong journey towards becoming a full-fledged engineer has come to fruition.
Sobrang thankful po, sir. Kasi nga po, makakatulong na po ako sa family. Tapos sakto din po nung time na na-hire po ako, natanggal po sa work si Papa. Nag-start na po na parang ako na yung tutulong talaga sa family, parang ako na yung magiging breadwinner. Tapos dire-diretso po, okay naman po yung work hanggang ngayon po.
Blessings do come to those who persevere. What started out as a game-changing scholarship grant has now transformed into a life-changing opportunity. Now a part of competitive and professional environment, Jethro's grit, determination, and motivation continue to thrive. He devotes his full efforts to help turn his family's dream into reality.
Nung bata po kasi ako, meron pong family business si Papa na bicycle shop. Nalugi po yun na bankrupt. So ang nangyari, nawalan siya ng trabaho. Ang nangyari sa kanya, nakikitrabaho po sa ibang bike shop. Yun po yung kita niya talaga. So isa din po yun sa goal namin na after graduation, kung makakaipon man ako, tutulong ako sa kanya. Tayo ko din po uli nung bike shop dati. Naranasan po namin yun nung sinisingil na siya ng utang, nililimas mga gamit sa bahay. Na-instill sa utak ko talaga na sobrang hirap nito, ayaw ko nang ulitin. Kaya nagtumika po ako mag-aral mabuti para po maging successful nga po talaga sa buhay.
Jethro's ambition and hard work has finally paid off. While he used to struggle just to make ends meet, Jethro now has achieved more than he could possibly imagine.
Proud na proud sa kanya. Magmula nung buwan, elementary siya, hanggang sa ngayon. Masaya sir, at least kahit pa paano, tulungan niya kami dahil iniisip din namin kasi na kung sakalit siya medyo gaganda na rin yung takbo ng negosyo namin kahit hindi na siya magbigay ng parang allowance namin para makapipon namin siya.
Lahat naman ng anak gustong maging successful yung buhay ng parents niya. Yun lang naman ang goal, para maging masaya sila.
Education is indeed at the heart of the company's corporate social responsibility commitments. To date, about 13,000 students have benefited from the company's educational development projects. And this commitment to reach out and bring forth change will continue as long as there are those who thrive towards a better future.
Reason why we get them as scholars because we feel, they're very promising children. These are very promising youth, and they could actually help their families. That's very San Miguel, the term malasakit. Concern for others. It is very important when it comes to the company. People might think, they're just after, profit. But ours is profit with honor. That's the value that we believe in. We earn money from the patronage of our products, but at the same time, we give it back through the CSR programs. It's very easy to go to a general practitioner if you have the money. It's really a burden for the families. But we have a doctor, a specialist in the clinic who would see them free of charge and would give them the right medicines.
Accessible and adequate healthcare still remains far-fetched for most Filipinos, especially for those living below the poverty line. Because of their financial and social status, indigents often choose to forgo their well-being, thus risking their health even further. And with the high poverty incidence in the country, the increase of poor families also means a higher demand for healthcare services. Addressing this societal problem can be overwhelming, even for the national government. That's why the private sector does its fair share of nation building through their CSR programs and initiatives. Seeing the importance of addressing health concerns in the country, the largest and most diversified conglomerate in the Philippines, in partnership with its foundation, answered the call by providing qualified indigents free healthcare services through their community clinics.
The health program that we have, it started when every medical mission, we would ask our president of the corporation, Mr. Ramon Ang, for his approval for medical mission. Then he said, these medical missions, this is one-shot deal. And then he told us, why don't we come up with community clinics?
At present, the corporation has 6 community clinics located on sites and off-site. Unlike medical missions, the community operates year-round, with the clinics open 5 days a week for 4 hours a day and with a permanent doctor and nurse manning the operations. This provides not only better access to healthcare, but also specialized services to indigents. These community clinics, though small in scale, provide specialist care, particularly for patients suffering from diabetes, tuberculosis, and cardiovascular diseases. Medicines provided to qualified beneficiaries also come free of charge.
Because they don't have the money to go to specialists. It's very easy to go to a general practitioner if you have the money. And they said it's like 300 to 500 pesos. It's really a burden for the families, for the patient himself. More so for specialists. You cannot just go to a regular doctor to detect what's your sickness. If ever you're diabetic, you have to go to an internist. At the same time, for those with tuberculosis, you have to go to a pulmonologist, and that would cost like 800 to 1,000 pesos. But we have a doctor, a specialist in the clinic, who would see them free of charge and would give them the right medicines.
Providing free access to healthcare services is just a single component of the multinational company's health program. And to make this operation truly work, a deeper sense of commitment is also needed from its qualified beneficiaries.
The medicines are free of charge. If you're going to compute it, it would be in thousands of pesos already, for one patient alone. Because we actually give medicines good until the next visit. So we have to make sure that they take their medicines and regularly be checked by the doctor.
Taking care of one's health is serious business. That's why the community clinic provides qualified beneficiaries free medical consultations and medicines for diseases that require long-term attention or supervision. And since 2014, there are over 8,000 qualified individuals who have benefited from the 6 community clinics of the company and its foundation.
It's very important because I believe that, health is one of those important in a person because you cannot function well. How can you go to school if you're weak? If you haven't eaten, how can you work if you're weak? How can you do your day-to-day activities if you're sick? So these are very important things that we have to address in the community. The company is very much aware that there's a need, there's a gap between the government, between the private sector, and those beneficiaries. So how can we as a business sector can help that gap? So that's our way of helping our communities.
Yun nga ang kagandahan. Meron silang access to general health care, and kung mamamanage din lang namin yung specialized care nila, we manage.
Kasi po parang sa amin pong mahirap, pag po espesyalistang sinabi yung gagamot sa'yo, parang nakakataas po ng pagkatao. Alam mong gagaling yung sakit mo, kaya po talaga regular yung check-up po, tsaka libreng gamot.
Kung hindi ako napagpa-check up sa community na yan, sa tulong ng San Miguel, baka ako hindi na tayo nagka-interviewhan ngayon. Lumala na yung sakit ko. Kung hindi ko asikaso yung sakit ko at lalong lalala, baka madali ang buhay ko.
This community clinic in San Fernando, Pampanga caters to indigents from 3 different barangays. So far, the clinic has 102 qualified beneficiaries, handling cases of up to 20 patients a day. Among them is 52-year-old Alma Basco, who suffers from cardiovascular disease.
Dati po nung hindi ko pa po na alam na may sakit po ako sa puso, garbage collector po ako ng barangay. Nagwawalis po ako sa daan. Doon po, nung po nahilo ko at dinala po ako sa ospital, doon po namin nalaman na may sakit ako sa puso.
Before being a beneficiary of the community clinic, Alma chose not to follow through with her medicine and checkups due to financial constraints, opting to just continue on working just to be able to provide support for her family, even with her measly income as a garbage collector.
Kahit po kasi may nararamdaman ako dahil po may sakit po yung asawa ko noon at nag-aaral po yung mga anak ko, hindi ko na po iniintindi yung nararamdaman ko. Kung konting sakit na lang po, binabaliwala ko na lang po dahil nga po gusto kong makapagtrabaho at makapag-aral yung mga anak ko.
Alma was also discouraged from seeking further treatment because of the volume of patients in their regional hospital. Aside from wasting at least a day waiting in line, doling out fare just to get to the town proper also is a burden on their tight family budget.
Mahirap po talaga kasi po dahil po unang-una dahil nga po parehas kaming may sakit ng asawa ko, yung pong gamot, minsan po pupunta nga po kami dito sa clinic, hindi naman po lahat na ibibigay. Talagang sobrang hirap po dahil po nag-aaral yung mga anak ko, meron akong asawang may sakit. Inuuna ko na po minsan yung sa gamot ng asawa ko, inuhuli ko na yun sa akin. Kaya po medyo lumala yung sakit ko dahil nga po hindi ko po natutugunan talaga yung mga gamot ko noon.
72-year-old Jaime Junicio also found it taxing to seek treatment for his diabetes because of the arduous process of government hospitals. Unlike Alma, who was still able-bodied to earn a day's pay, Mang Jaime's age restricts him from laborious activities. With no means of earning income, Mang Jaime feared for the worst, because aside from diabetes, he also suffers from a respiratory illness.
Nung malaman ko may diabetes ako, medyo nag-alala din ako dahil marami ako nakikita may diabetes na napuputulan ng paa, wala akong pambili ng gamot. At pangalawa, natatakot ako magkaroon ng diabetes. Kailangan nito, makapagpa-check up ako. Paano naman ito kung pambili ko ng gamot, wala naman akong pera. Ang naging ano ko pa, yung emphysema. Akala ko asthma eh. Eh pala, asthma at emphysema na. Nawala na, lifetime na raw yun, hindi na raw gagaling. Nahihirapan akong huminga. Pagka kinapagod, humihingal ako.
Mang Jaime and Alma's concerns are identical with the issues of other indigents in the community. That's why things took a turn for the better when the corporation implemented their community clinic in the area. This provided a breath of relief for patients in dire need of healthcare.
Malaking tulong yung community clinic kasi nga nakakalibre sila ng gamot and libreng check-up. So before talagang minsan nahihirapan sila kasi they have to seek medical consult sa mga private clinics or dun sa regional hospital natin na medyo hindi malapit dito.
In line with the company's commitment in reaching out to the communities they operate in, through the implementation of their community clinics, this program enables help with the prevention of diseases, extend a dosage of cure, that in turn helps create a healthy community. As health is equivalent to wealth, the presence of these community clinics is the response of the company to the call of the private sector to do their share in helping augment the country's health program.
Of course, pag primary care ka kasi nandun ka sa preventive stage. So, you delay the progression para maging delikado siya. So, in a way, nade-delay mo yung progression habang maaga pa. Medyo matagal pang dumating yung complication na yun. Nakakatulong talaga pag gano'n. Yun nga ang kagandahan. Meron silang access to general health care and kung mamamanage din lang namin yung specialized care nila, we manage. Ang pagkailangan talaga na specialized care, that is the time we refer them outside.
No longer a strenuous task, both Alma and Mang Jaime now enjoy ease of access to specialized healthcare service with just a few steps away from their community.
Kasi po parang sa amin pong mahirap, pag po espesyalistang sinabi yung gagamot sa'yo, parang nakakataas po ng pagkatao yung specialista yung titingin sa'yo. Siyempre po, alam mong magaling. Kaya alam mong gagaling yung sakit mo. Kaya po talaga regular yung check-up po, tsaka libreng gamot.
Kung hindi ako napagpa-check up sa community na yan, sa tulong ng San Miguel, baka ako hindi na tayo nagka-interviewhan ngayon. Lumala na yung sakit ko. Kung hindi ko asikaso yung sakit ko at lalong lalala, baka madali ang buhay ko. Kaya sinasamantala ko yung tulong na nagagawa ng ating community ng San Miguel. Kaya sinasamantala ko yung pagkakataon na gusto pang umaba ang buhay ko.
It is important not only for SMC but to other corporations as well. It's actually giving back to the community who helps us, when it comes to our sales, when it comes to industrial harmony, industrial peace. We have to give it back to the community and do our CSR activities in the areas wherein we operate. That's how we do it. We don't dictate to the community what projects they're going to implement, but actually we hand in hand with the community in participation of the community leaders, the community members, the residents, on what are the projects that they need and what are the assistance they actually need.
Corporate social responsibility programs will always be the heart and soul of a company, scaling up solutions that not only add value from a business perspective, but also impacting lives of communities that they operate in. For updates, comments, and suggestions, follow us on Facebook, Business Matters PH, and on our website, www.businessmatters.com.ph. Again, I'm Sean Yao, and this is Business Matters, where doing good is good business.